Mike, your biggest takeaway from your interview?
Well, that the Canadians really want to make the Nafta deal work, and that Justin Trudeau is willing to accelerate the pace of negotiations because we've got political considerations coming up soon with the Mexican presidential vote in July, the U.S. midterms in November, and they're not even halfway through. They're hoping by the end of April they could be halfway through the treaty. So if they can push it faster, that's good for all three countries.
And of course, the underlying conversation is, what does Canadians' economy really look like? If you come inside the Bloomberg here, guys, this is household debt as a percentage of income. We got the latest read today, and in the fourth quarter, it came in as 170.4%. We're still around those record highs. Dana, NAFTA has all the headlines, but the BIS underlined this as a substantial risk for the Canadian economy.
That's certainly true. Indeed, Bank of Canada Governor Paulos cautioned the other day that along with NAFTA being one of the more near-term risks, more persistent risks is certainly the fact that Canadians are very highly indebted. Meanwhile, interest rates are rising on account of the Fed raising interest rates as well as the Bank of Canada raising rates.
So when you take a look at the underlying strength, it was consumers. Can that continue to hold up, Dana?
No, in fact, the Bank of Canada expects that consumption is going to top off. And really what needs to happen is a reorientation of the economy towards greater business investment as well as trade. However, certainly concerns about NAFTA and whether or not there's going to be a renegotiation of the treaty, of the agreement, mean that there are definitely downside risks to trade.
So, Mike,
as well as business investment.
So, Mike, if you strip out the NAFTA conversation you have with Justin Trudeau, what does he think about the underlying strength?
Well, he does see the strains in the economy from the borrowing binge, and it's going to be difficult for them to increase trade if consumer spending falls. And, of course, if that happens, then we move towards more of a budget deficit. We have a slight surplus with Canada right now. If we move towards a budget deficit, that strengthens Donald Trump's hands and makes it even more difficult to get a NAFTA deal. So it's in everybody's best interest to do it as quickly as possible.